Gonna hear something crazy. Sometimes I wish I was still in rehab. You know, I had everything planned out, everything was perfect. What time I woke up, what time my meals were, what I was doing through the day. My workouts were planned, my free time was planned. Everything was planned for me. So I didn't have to do anything. It was so easy to live that life. And I went in trying to beat a court case. And then I understood why I was there, because I needed to be there. I had issues. And once I accepted that this is my life, it became easy. And I was able to get a lot out of it, and I was able to make some incredible changes. And what was equally as cool is I was able to watch other people make incredible changes in their life. You know, it's kind of hard to watch yourself change in real time. It's like watching your muscles grow in the gym. You don't really notice it. But other people looking with a bird's eye can see. And I watch people literally transform. You know, whether they were detoxing, coming off of drugs, and, just meeting themselves for the first time in 10 years, 20, 30 years. They've been on drugs, hard drugs, and they were so suppressed that they didn't even know who they were. It was incredible to watch that. And it's kind of a scary thought to believe that I would rather be there than be out on my free will, on my own. And that's just the reality of my life. Because for a long time, my life was pretty much controlled by my ability to get a fix on some drugs or drinking. And it's crazy to admit. It's actually crazy to admit. But that's what my life had deteriorated to, And no one can make those choices for you. You have to make them for yourself. And it's rare, the few that can understand that and make it for themselves. For me, I had to go so low that was my only option. If I didn't go to rehab, I was going to jail. And I chose that route because I thought it was going to be the easy way out. And I thought it was going to be the end of my route. But really, that was just the start of my journey to really meet myself and to start to control this thing up here that's my brain. That's really the only thing that we as humans have control over. I can't control the weather. I can't control what someone else does, how they react. The only thing I can control is the thoughts up in my head, and those are going to lead to my actions, my reactions to any given situation. And I don't want something else or someone else to control that, because then I'm just a slave to them. I'm a slave to it. Some substance that doesn't even have a consciousness. I was letting that run my life, essentially. I was letting that cap my life. It's a bizarre subject, And I guess the root of that is, that's the easy way. The easy way is having something or someone tell you exactly what to do. But that's not a life. That's not living a life. That's not exercising your free will that's been given to us. And it's just a crazy thing that I would think that. And I've never read the Bible, but recently I broke my back. I fractured it in 5 different spots, and it has sent me through a loop because I have relied on my body for so many things, and I've just really just taken it for granted. I've abused it through action sports, through eating, through drinking. And you never understand how much something means to you until you lose it, in my opinion. And I don't know why, but we as people, including me, for some reason, have to learn lessons the hardest possible way, And for some reason, the negative experiences stick with you more than the positive ones. So if you can somehow figure out how to learn from other people, you're going to save yourself a lot of pain. And this verse in the Bible has kind of stuck out to me, so I'm going to share it with you. It says, I have set before you life and death, blessings and curse. Therefore choose life, that both you and your descendants may live. And it seems pretty crazy. What that kind of means to me is it says, I have set before you life and death. So in my head, choosing death is easier than choosing life. Death is one painful experience, one choice, and life is an endless amount of choices and pain that we have to endure. So he says, you can choose the easy way or you can choose the hard way. But I'll warn you, you're going to want to choose the hard way so that your descendants and you can experience this gift of life. And all the easy things that we do are fleeting, It's enjoyable in the moment to go have a drink, to go relax, sit on the couch, do this. But in my experience, all that stuff adds up, and then a pile of bricks falls on you and it smacks you. And the easy way becomes the hard way. I was told one time, you can choose the hard, easy way, or you can choose the easy, hard way. So you can choose to have it easy right now, and it's going to be hard later, or you can choose to have it hard now, and it's going to be easy later. That's what my father likes to call the law of averages, Everything comes out how it's supposed to. Although it seems things are almost optical illusions. So the things that I think are going to be good for me in the moment, that are going to be pleasurable in the moment, are going to be so painful for me in the long run. And the things that are miserable now, that are painful now, are going to produce something that is not painful, which is such a contradiction, but it really makes sense. Because having a six-pack wouldn't matter if everyone could do it if it was easy. The only reason having a six-pack is desirable is because it's hard to choose. It's hard to achieve. Make all those decisions that are going to suck. So that's all it is today. Think about what you're doing and what it's going to produce, And if you're doing all this and you don't believe that it's going to come true, the pain is not worth it. Choosing death is going to be your choice if you don't have faith. But the thing is, you got to keep the faith. I sound like a freaking idiot right now. But it's really those simple lessons that if you can internalize, they're going to change your life. So don't be like me and push them to the wayside. Just embrace them and just understand that it's so much easier to learn from someone else's experience than to learn from the pain of your own experience. Learn from the pain of someone else's experience.